Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing fantastically well. It is Connor here, and we are back with the Room Mill, of course. Sorry for the 2 days off. I've been at weddings, and yes, guys, that is plural, weddings. It's been a rough couple of days, but I'm back. No excuses from McGilligan. I am back. And we have a fair few things to talk about. But if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe to the channel. As I say, the 60% of you aren't subscribed. And as I always say as well, I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Please like the video before we get started. And make sure you get your comments in the section below, because I love reading them. Lionel Messi, Leeds United. What does that say to you? To me, that says the perfect partnership. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like Lionel Messi is leaving Barcelona and PSG are in pole position. He did always say he'd love to play under Marcelo Bielsa. I think that got Leeds fans a little bit hot under the collar, but I don't think that one is going to happen, guys. But wouldn't that be fantastic? Lionel Messi at Leeds United. Yeah, I think the wages might just be a little bit of a problem there. But an Argentinian who Leeds United are apparently interested in, Adolfo Gaich. Okay, so we spoke about Adolfo Gaich about 2 years ago now on the Room Mill, and this is where you've got to question the Rumour Mill, and you've got to question the targets, really. Are Leeds really in for him? Well, the question would be, does he ever leave the Leeds database? You look at players like Ryan Kent, you look at players like Dan James, they don't just suddenly go off the database. Leeds will always keep tabs on them. The Harry Wilson saga went on for long enough. Gaitch was on the system 2 years ago, and it seems like Leeds have apparently approached the Argentinian 6'4", 22-year-old. Now, he moved from San Lorenzo back in, I believe it was sort of 2018-19. Had an okay season. He couldn't help it. His team got relegated, essentially. He couldn't help them stay up. He was at CSKA Moscow as well. That's his club now, and apparently he's been told that he's got no future there. So I don't know whether or not, I didn't want to go into that much detail on this one, because I don't know whether or not it's a credible link. You know, it's just an old rumour for me that's rehashed. A 6'4" striker. Why Leeds are suddenly going in for a striker, I don't really know. I don't believe we are. So yeah, for that one, if I'm giving it a rumour rating, it's going to be a 2. I just don't see where this guy fits in. He seems like a little bit of a target man as well, and that's just simply not how Leeds United play. Noah Lang, Fabrizio Romano over the weekend, essentially saying, over the weekend, God, that's where my body clock's out of the window. It's shocking, isn't it? Over Wednesday, Thursday, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that it will take £20 million for Leeds United to get Noah Lang done from Club Bruges. Would you be happy with that? Once again, that one for me is something that I think that will probably get done, Noah Lang, in my personal opinion. There's been a lot of talk about him. It's been happening for 2 or 3 months. He fits the Leeds mould really well. He's sort of an alternative to Bracalo, Josep Bracalo, who allegedly Leeds were in contact with every single day. Very similar sort of player. I think his attitude and some of the personal things that he's put forward are maybe a little bit problematic for Leeds United in terms of a PR stance, obviously. But yeah, I think that for me, if one is to get done, it is the Noah Lang. It's a decent price. He's a good player, and he's had a good couple of seasons. His numbers back that up, so there you go. Leeds United are battling out with Chelsea and Manchester United for Dundee wonder kid Kerr Smith. Now, Kerr Smith is apparently lighting the world up in the youth development. A very, very talented player. Once again, another player that is going to fit into Mark Jackson's youth setup, and one that we can look upon and say he's going to be a bright star for the future. And yeah, 500 grand will get you this kid. And apparently Manchester United have held talks, but Leeds are ready to hold talks this week. And apparently, figured out this morning doing a bit of research that Meslier was actually approached by Lorient in 2018. He was then approached by Monaco. Apparently Monaco offered 10 million for him in 2018. Didn't happen. Apparently he didn't want to leave, and obviously he's at Leeds United, and that is just the calibre of our goalkeeper. Glenn Kamara as well, Leeds' target, another long-term target at Rangers. Glenn Kamara apparently has signed a new deal at Rangers. And the main news, Lewis O'Brien, apparently Leeds United over the weekend, according to Alan Nixon, put a bid in which was knocked back by Huddersfield Town. It's a difficult one to believe, because apparently the bid, from what I've heard, is in the region of 8 to 10 million. I just can't see Huddersfield knocking that sort of money back, to be honest, unless they think they can get more money out of Leeds United. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you believe on Lewis O'Brien. Would you be underwhelmed by that? Would you be happy with that? What exactly are your thoughts? I've not really properly asked you about the Lewis O'Brien saga, and I wanted to end this on a little bit of a discussion. We've got the Premier League coming up, haven't we, in less than a week now. And Leeds United are set to play against Manchester United, arch rivals, the nemesis, at Old Trafford. It couldn't be a bigger game. And I'm seeing a lot of upset Leeds fans. And, you know, I want to set the record straight, really, because the transfer window, and I've seen it, this is why I want to comment on it as well, because a lot of you are saying it on my videos and are asking my opinion. I want to talk on it, really. Has it been a bad transfer window? I still thoroughly believe Leeds United need to improve in certain areas. I think a central midfielder is needed for me. A lot of people are just happy with Rodrigo in there. I still worry about his defensive capabilities, to be honest. I think he's a fabulous player going forward. I think, you know, against Betis, he was fantastic in terms of a defensive capacity, which was really impressive. But I still think we need a midfielder in there who is going to help out in terms of a creative capacity and is going to be able to get back and do that industrious work. Always talk about Emi Buendia, defensive stats through the roof, but so good in terms of a creative capacity. You know, Pablo Hernandez was brilliant defensively, very, very good at getting back, working hard for the team. We need a replacement for him. We have to get a replacement for Pablo Hernandez, in my personal opinion, an attacking 8 or a 10. Now, does that mean a Leeds United player has to go out the door? I don't think so. I think Leeds are financially capable. What I do think is a big variable at this moment in time, but we'll touch on that in a little bit, the other variable. But I do think we need a winger as well. I think the depth at this moment in time isn't good enough. I don't think Helder Costa is good enough for the Premier League, never mind Leeds United. I don't think he's ever going to make the impact. You might get 2 games a season where he's going to be able to come on and make a little bit of a difference, but it's not enough. You know, Jack Harrison goes through an injury spell, touch wood he doesn't, or Rafinha does. We need someone to step in and to be able to take it by the scruff of the neck and really be a Premier League winger. And I don't think we have that in Poveda or Helder Costa. I think Somerville coming through, he's been called on by a lot of Leeds fans, but, you know, that step up from Premier League 2 and a couple of friendlies to the actual Premier League, you know, against Manchester United, been in the squad and potentially coming on, is a massive, massive leap. So I think we need a winger. But, yeah, I think... of course, we're bred with injuries, aren't we, as a side, Leeds United. You know, you look at flipping Firpo now, Shackleton's got a knock, Cresswell had concussion, Llorente could be out for 4 weeks, apparently, which is an absolute nightmare. Strauch had a knock. It's ridiculous. And it's always the same with Leeds, isn't it? And it's the problem with the small squad because you see it more. So I'm not massively worried, but I do think Leeds need to improve in certain areas. And I think that is a must. And I agree with people in the comments there. But don't be swayed. Don't be thinking, oh, Villa are doing this, we need to be doing that. We're not in the same spending sphere as Villa, unfortunately. We're not in that same stratosphere. So, you know, us finishing above Villa is going to be an underdog story because the amount of money that they've spent, you forget that they offered the same amount of money to Jack Grealish as Man City did. So let's stop comparing. I think a lot of Leeds fans are looking at what Villa are doing and thinking we need to do the same. We're just never going to do that. But yeah, I hope that's offered a bit of perspective, guys. I hope you're all right anyway. I hope you have a great day. It's been a bit of a different end to the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree? Like, comment, and subscribe as always, guys. And I will see you tomorrow with another Room Mill. Catch you in a bit.